on the sound and see how we are. It says that we should be broadcasting. Let me see.
It says live over on my end.
It's live on your end? Okay, that's good. We should be live on my end too. Let's see. This is my nonprofit course. Hold on. I'm trying to check to see on my on YouTube. It says live on my end too, but I want to make sure that we're good on YouTube. Oh, you know what? We got to go to YouTube and hit start streaming.
Okay.
There we go.
Let me get my chopstick right there.
Okay. I know, right? So let's see. Yeah, we should be in there. Start Hangout on air. We should be in there. Okay. Okay. Yep. I see you. We good. Okay. So we are live.
All right.
All right. Cool. Start Hangout on air. Boom. We are live. You guys can see us. Okay. You guys can hear us. If you guys can hear us, I want you to say hear you. Sounds working all good. Okay. That's good stuff. So we got Robert Hunter is in the building. Hey, Robert, how are you doing today, my man? Rob is in the building. Rob is in the building. We got Bruce is in the building. Hey, Bruce, how you feeling, my man? Let's see. Okay, we got Jason is in the building. What's going on, Jason? How are you feeling? We got Tiffany in the building. So if you guys are watching this on the replay, well, a couple of things. If you're watching this and let me do my thing. Let me go and do what I do. I got to go and do my whole thing. I got a lot of windows open, so forgive me and bear with me. So if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, hurry up and get to the point. Listen, this is a live lecture. This is unlike anything you've ever seen before. The entire video is the point, okay? So if you're watching this for the first time and somebody shared this with you and you don't know who I am, my name is E.DeanCole and I own DeanCole Financial. We are a consulting firm and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. That's who I am. That's what I do. And this is a live interview. This is a live interview with the woman, the myth, the legend, the phenomenal, the beautiful, the smart, the successful, the strong, Miss Kina Mina, one of my very successful clients. She has been enrolled into my course for over a year. And she and I, she's actually on her second year enrolled into my course. And we were doing a 5-hour strategy session. And we just got to talking. And it reminded me that before she and I went live together on Instagram. And I said, you know, we never did it formally. So she agreed to take time out of her busy schedule, which I'm so grateful for. And I'm just going to build with this young lady and share with you guys basically her story. And if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, Dean, I didn't know you was live. I wanted to participate. Two things. Thing number one, you've seen one of my videos before, but you have not hit the notification bell, or you see one of my videos before you didn't subscribe. So nevertheless, without any further ado, I want to present to some and reintroduce to others, Miss Kina Mina. Hey, Kina, how are you, young lady?
I'm well. How are you, Dean?
I am winning. I am winning. I know that we were talking about it for a little bit behind the scenes. Was that last video I did. Now, if you're watching this on the replay and you didn't see my previous video, I exposed myself. I did like a testimonial for myself.
Right.
Because of people trying to expose me. What did you think about that? I know you said it was crazy, right?
I thought it was crazy. I thought it was heavy. And it just gave me more insight on you, more appreciation for you, to give more of you have a solid foundation, you know?
I appreciate that.
You know, assuming I wouldn't think that you come from or sleeping in your car, or been in your car like that. You know, you don't. Right?
I know when people. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, I said you're flossy. I never would assume that you would be sleeping in your car or been through anything like that. You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like when people see when people see you now, they don't always see the journey that it took to get you to where you are. And thank God that he restores us inside and outside. You know, the #1 best-selling book that teaches me how to be the best business consultant says that there must be a change with the inner man before the outer man can be renewed. That's how come it's easy to see when somebody's depressed and they're going through something inwardly, because they look like it on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So when somebody has, you know, they come from a lot and they've been healed from a lot, like they don't like you. For instance, you don't look like what you've been through, young lady.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that makes me feel good.
You should feel good. You do not look like what you've been through, and that's why I wanted to share this with a lot of the subscribers, because they see me and they see, you know, a lot of my video testimonials, but they don't get a chance to really interact with a lot of people And what really started this was I was in my backyard puffing on a cigar, and I decided to go live one afternoon. And I said, you know what? I'm on Instagram Live, and anybody that wants to jump on live can jump on live with me. And that's when you jumped on live, right?
Yes, that's when I jumped on.
And she said, Dean, I'm gonna do a video testimonial. I look raggedy. Now she didn't look raggedy. She said she didn't look raggedy. She said she did, but she was whipping around in an Audi, huh?
That part, yeah.
That part, you know
and that came from your course. And that came from your course. You know, it was like I said. Should I start? Should I tell the story of?
Yeah. So let's get into it. So first, what I want to do is basically tell everybody where you are right now as far as you are an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur. You have multiple projects. We're not going to talk about the private stuff because we got haters. We already know that. But,
yeah, no, I don't want to go into details, but no, I do have multiple projects. I do have my own business, 2 businesses right now. And my credit score, 2 of them are like 740 something, and one is 715. And I have a brand new Audi. I got my own apartment right here. I'm in Culver City. I'm in LA. When I started Dean's course, and I was on the couch, I had $300 to my name. I was thinking about applying homeless again. I had just fell off all the way. Was just at a bad point in my life again. Once again, I had been bamboozled by people.
So let's pause for a moment. So let's go in chronological order, because I know it's so much. So let's go in chronological order. So let's go in order. So you have been through your process. So tell me about like where you come from, and tell all these people where the smart, beautiful, successful woman came from.
I spent most of my time and most of my life, my childhood, in foster care and group homes. And the beginning of my adult life, I was downtown LA, homeless, selling drugs.
At what age were you? What age were you when you were homeless and you was selling drugs?
From 17 to 23. I think I was addicted to selling drugs, not doing them. I was addicted to selling drugs.
Yeah, listen to fast money.
It's fast money, and I was just homeless on the street. But like again, living in hotels, I never really literally slept on the street, but I did live downtown, and you could say I was homeless. You know.
But yeah, you really were homeless, because even though I talk about the story, like I didn't go into a whole bunch of detail, but you know, I was in my car. But then, you know, I was with my uncle, like I talked about, but then he was like, you got to go. And then I went into an extended stay. And so it was like a roach infested extended stay. I was there for like 2 months, paying like weekly. So that's where I was. And then I moved forward. But yeah, so you were a ward of the state ever since. How old were you when you were a ward of the state? About
8 years old.
So from the age of 8, you were in foster care, you were a ward of the state. And then how did you end up getting into selling drugs downtown LA?
I was in a group home, and a young lady took me downtown on a little pass. And that's when I first seen crack and stuff like that. But when I 17, my foster mom kicked me out in the middle of the night. And I remember that experience of being downtown. So I caught a bus down there. I had nowhere else to go. So I stayed down there all night. I found someone to buy the drugs from. I had like $30 in my pocket, and just never kind of left. I stayed down there for years.
Wow. So you was addicted to the lifestyle, you was addicted to the energy and to the, you know, the fast life, and that's where you were. And then how did things start to change? What did things, and also before that happened, you were telling me that you was a hustler and you got hustled because you tried to build credit before, you try to restore your credit before. Tell me about what it was like before you end up enrolling in my course and how you found me.
Absolutely. Which time? There's so many times. I had heard about, I know, I'm gonna breeze through them really quick, but no, the first one was someone had told me about CPNs and mentioned that to me, and corporation credit, but I didn't understand. I said, oh, yeah, you can get this amount of money, you can do this, and you can get another credit profile, and I like, just give me $1,000 and you can do it. And then I did that. I've been got like that, like 3 or 4 different times.
3 or 4 different times. Wow.
Yeah, no, I spent a lot, you know, $3,000 is a lot of money for, you know, somebody that to save that and to pay bills and to, you know, it's a lot of money.
Yes, it is a lot of money.
And it was all preyed off my ignorance. We lack, would you say, our people perish for lack of knowledge. Yeah, exactly. So those are the times that happened. I did not have the knowledge. And when I enrolled in your course, I think a month in, I had a nonprofit, I had a 501c3. And the guy, my agent, called me and said, if I wanted to renew my 501c3, I need to give him like $1,600. I had called, and I said, wait a minute, that's not in the course. Told me, no. I called the office. I think I talked to Patricia then, or it was another young lady. And I said, this is emergent. I need to talk to Dean right away. I know the course told me this, and I need to confirm. Dean, is that right? Am I being? So I cried, you know, because that's ignorance. You don't even know. I didn't even had I not taken a class, I wouldn't know, and I would have probably I wouldn't have given them $1,600, but still, you know.
So you said that you cried. Why did you cry? Did you cry because he was about to get you, or did you cry because you were able to talk with me and get resources? Like, so walk us through the emotions of how you were feeling. So he called you, and I remember you called me panicky, and now this is another thing too, guys. You can't always get that type of treatment. It was just like the stars just happened to line up for Keena, because I remember she actually called 3 times back to back, and I just so happened I was not with the client. And so she had spoke to Patricia, then she had spoke to Zion, and then she had spoke to Patricia again. So the Spirit of the Lord just said, talk to her. That's because, but this is the thing, because people will try to call, say, I want to talk to Dean. It ain't always like that, okay? It's not always like that. Yeah.
Right, it's not. And it was meant, it was lined up for that. But the one thing I will say, hands down, you have the most integrity in this business. There's people, you just learn so much in this course of what people are doing that's illegal. Everything that Dean say, he's so thorough. Like what he charges for the course is basically, it's not crumbs, but it is good compared to other people that are scamming you or not giving you totally the game. And Dean should charge more. I think that he should charge more for what you get in the course, because I'm sitting there right now. I'm riding around a brand new Audi. I'm in an apartment. I'm good. I'm not on the street. I'm not nothing. He's helped me, you know, from that point when I was low and get in the course, my credit score jumped up like 100 points. And immediately I came and went and got an apartment and other things. I got lines of credit and everything else. And it just, I'm not looking back. And it's, you know, the only person holding you back is yourself.
That's right. I say that every video. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. But so, and I appreciate that too, Keena. I really do. But yeah, I know I battle with that all the time, because I'm like, man, I know that I could be charging more. But it's more about me offering a service, and it's also more about the reality is that African Americans, that's so flashy as me and unapologetically Black, I have to be twice as good for half as much. And that's the reason why my course is the reason why it is. But also, I mean, also I want to make it affordable to where I can help people, because I don't want to just sit back and like, yeah, you got to pay me $3,000 or even $5,000 for this stuff. That's what it's worth. And then people can't afford it. So I make it to where I take it on the chin. And also I just love teaching, and I enjoy teaching too. So I want people to teach too. So that's another reason why I do it like I do it. Yeah,
I would tell people that they need to roll. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm not nowhere near where
Atlanta at all. Yep. Or at the time it was New Orleans.
This isn't a paid endorsement or nothing like that. I have things back because he has my back, and I think that if you're considering doing the course, you need to do it. If you're on the fence about it, do it, because the proof is in the pudding. I wish I could show you, the things that I've gotten and how it's helped my business.
Yeah, you can matter of fact, shoot me over your credit and I will put it up on Instagram, and I'll black out your information. You know how I do.
I do have before and after, because my credit was 5. I have to find it, but it was like 580 something. And now It's
714, right? The last time I looked at it, I think it was like 714, 716, I think.
One is 714 and the other two are like 740 and something. And it fluctuates because of the usage.
Yeah, because the usage, it goes up and down.
Right.
So let's take a step back. So I remember you called and you was like, I need to figure that. So this guy was about to try to steal how much from you? He was trying to get you for?
Which incident?
The nonprofit for when you called me. He was trying to get you to reinstate.
But the agent, because the guy, so I'm not going to go into that complete detail. So someone said they would set up a nonprofit for me. I did not know. I said, oh, nonprofit. Didn't know. Okay, give us $3,000. I gave him $3,000 to set up a nonprofit. And then the registered agent a year later called me and said, hey, you need to renew, and it's going to be about $1,600 to renew. And I said, no, I can't do that. Then he said it would be $700 to, I'm sorry, Dean, to, what is that? Dissolve the corporation. It would be $700. And I'm thinking like, no, from taking the course, no, that's out. You're not going to get my money.
And so I coached you through, and it was free. Saved you $1,600 because the guy was trying to get you, because people perish for lack of knowledge, unfortunately, especially coming from a street background too. Because if you're coming from a street background, a lot of times people don't know. And there are people that prey on people in the street background. There are people that prey on drug dealers, people that prey on pimps, they prey on prostitutes, they prey on street workers or sex workers. They'll prey on them because they don't know, and that's not good. And that's one of the things that bothers me so much, because I'm going to create my nonprofit organization, and I am going to do more financial literacy and talking about those things, because I want to make it to where people can learn. And just because they don't have formal education, it shouldn't stop them from their financial education, right? That's what I think, I believe.
No, that's totally correct. And it's when you're trying to claw out and you want to transition and be legit, or you want, you need that credit. It's unbelievable. Like people that can't even rent a car, that don't have a debit card or credit card to rent a car. So, it's things like that. You want to do things legit, and people are selling you what they call wooden nickels.
Yeah. Dream.
Yeah, definitely.
So what have been some of the things that you've been in the course for over a year, and you started to see, the first month you saved $1,600 because you were able to do that. But what have been some of the things? So if somebody is enrolling into my course, from your perspective, give me the good, the bad, and the ugly. I know there's some things that you don't like. Is it things that people don't like? They don't like how strict my course, my lessons are sometimes, my test.
I got that. So I like the fact that you need 100% to, I don't like, and I do like the fact that you need 100% to pass and go on to the next lesson. And then it's stretched out. It's timed out for you. And that was actually in my favor, because you really want to get this information. You really want to take it all in. And that's all I can say. I'm like at a blank.
All right. So for people who don't know how my course is set up, so my course is set up for 16 weeks. Now that confuses a lot of people, because they was like, well, Dean, why am I paying for it for a year? If you want to pay me $1,200 up front, go ahead. Then you don't have to pay for 12. You can pay for one day instead of paying for 12 months. But so what happens is that people say, well, why am I paying for it for 12 months if it's 16 weeks? And it's because we allow people to make monthly payments. If somebody wants to pay for it all up front, they can. But it's designed to walk you step by step. In every single section, there is a test you have to take in order to get to the next lesson. The reason why is because it's about retaining the knowledge. Because sometimes you learn something, but it's about really teaching. So like my online course is real coaching. It's not just like a course that you can, like a book or a video lesson. Is actual coaching.
There's actual stuff in there that you really need to know, things that you wouldn't even you wouldn't get from anybody else unless they were like an insider. I think that a lot of people, credit repair people, don't have the knowledge that Dean has. Period.
Thank you. A lot of, because they don't work in banking and finance. They've read a book or whatever, but because I've been in banking and finance, I actually teach underwriting guidelines. And unfortunately, I get people that try to enroll into my course so they can turn around and try to resell. And I have to kick people out for that, because that's not what this is. It's designed for the regular person that wants to build their own business, their own credit, restore their own situation. That's what it's about. So
there are other YouTubers other YouTube people that I did follow at one point, but and like I'm not gonna mention names.
No, tell the truth and shame the devil. Who was it?
No, Kareem the herbalist. Kareem is I like Kareem because he's really on the herbalist side, and he wants to educate our people too. And he had a corporation course. And I did it. It was like probably I didn't do it. I enrolled in it, and it wasn't thorough. Just something I never followed through with any of it. I just kept looking at the videos over and over because I'm like, I need some more chew the meat, spit. I needed something more. I needed more substance. And then when I heard your video, I stumbled across your video, and it was so thorough. I said, man, you know what? This dude, aside from the flashy, I was like, this dude really seems like he knows what he's talking about. And I said, you know what? I want to try this. I want to give it a try. What do I have to lose? I've already spent thousands of dollars with other people that have, beat me and not physically beat me out of my money, So it's I'm very grateful.
That's cool. That's good. I appreciate you taking the time out. I know you said that you got to go. And
I need to go out. Yeah.
I know you got to go and whatnot. And I appreciate you. I know you got to go meet up with clients and whatnot too. But I did want to take the time just to allow you to talk about your story and talk about what your thoughts are about taking my course and whatnot. And I appreciate you so much for that. I'm going to answer a few more people's questions. I see some people's questions in the comments or whatever, and I can answer their questions. But before you go, I have a question. What's I guess if there's somebody that, like you say, is on the fence, or somebody that is thinking about enrolling into my course, what would you suggest to them? What would be 3 things you would tell them?
If you feel stuck, if you are going paycheck to paycheck, if you are in a situation and you're just tired of the same old, you need to invest in yourself. This is an investment in yourself. Yes. And to empower yourself, because now nobody can't tell me anything. And people, as a Black woman, I got to dodge all kinds of different things. And now I know I can spot the BS from a mile away now, especially with this, because I have a sense of financial literacy. I know where I'm going and nobody's going to get in my way. And especially now that I know I paid for my coaching.
Yes.
Yeah, my one-on-one coaching. That's nothing compared to what you're going to get. I'm going to make that money back and some. I've made the money back from that course. I've gotten $30,000 out of the course and made the little investment of the money of paying month to month with Dean. I made that money back and some. So don't cheat yourself, because if you, like me, have gone through and know the credit repair homegirl that's down the street that says she gonna do this and she gonna add trade lines and do all this, no, don't do that. Holla at Dean, enroll in this course and see what happens for you. I guarantee you. I can't guarantee, but I know.
I guarantee you. I have 100%.
Don't come me asking me for no money. I know what my results for sure.
Yeah, so I have 100% money back guarantee.
Yeah.
So I can guarantee it.
Be patient and do the steps. I was anxious sitting there like, I want my next course. Why is he stretching it out? You need to get all this information. You need to really get it. So you can, you can spew it at any time. It comes in handy. Thank you, Dean.
You're so very welcome, Keena. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you for taking the time to share. And thank you so much for taking the time to share your journey. And so Keena is enrolled into the course, and she went through it for a year, and now she's doing a 5-hour strategy, which is more consulting and doing more specific things. But Keena, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I know you got to go. I'm going to stay on live, and I am going to answer a few questions just talking about credit restoration and credit repair. I appreciate you so much, Keena. You have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Let's see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I wanted to share Keena's story. Like, her story is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, to see her, she's very beautiful. And when you see her, you would never guess that she went through what she went through. Like, she was a ward of the state, you know, from 9 years old. Then she was out on the street. She was hustling and selling drugs. Like, thank God she didn't get into stripping. Thank God she didn't get into sex work. I hate that she got into selling drugs, but she was hustling. And then she just got herself together. And now she is a vlogger. She is a food vlogger. And she also has some real estate stuff that I'm not going to talk about because she hasn't given me the okay to talk about those things. But she's just really she's really come a long way. A long, long way. So I'm going to answer a few of your questions, guys. So I've been live because I was live for 2 hours before on my own video talking about myself. But I am going to answer. I answered 3 questions. So if you guys have any questions, light me up in orange or do a super chat so I can answer your 3 questions. I'm going to answer 3 questions and I'm going to call it a day. I just really wanted to share that with you guys and so you can hear it from the horse's mouth. All right, so Timothy Hall says, can you start an LLC and then move to another state and run it? Timothy, that's a very good question. Yes, sir. You are able to. The same way there are franchises in other states. Yes, you're able to start an LLC in one state and you can do business in multiple states. One thing that you would need to look out for are for local licenses. So if you're doing like construction, then you would have to get a business license for that state. Or if you're doing contract work, you would have to get a business license for that state. If you have a storefront location and you have a multiple actual franchise, then you will have to file a foreign LLC. But if you're just like so what is the business that you have? So instead of being vague, talk to me. What is the business? So that way that'll let me know. And before I just start teaching and getting into the details of stuff that don't matter. But nevertheless, but to answer your question, yes. But depending on what the business is, might require some paperwork, but it's easy. Paperwork, knock it out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to a giant. All right. So the next question is, so Shane asked what business I'm in. Shane. So, well, somebody shared this with you, so I appreciate you. So you don't know who I am. Thank you so much for watching, Shane. So my name is E.DeanCole, and I own DeanCole Financial. We're a consulting firm, and we specialize in working capital, alternative finance, and business credit development. That's who I am. That's what I do. Shane, you can follow me on Instagram at E.DeanCole, and you can find out everything about me on Instagram. And also, since you're watching for the first time, make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube, E.DeanCole, Money Making Motivation, and you'll be good to go. So I appreciate that. So how many questions was that? So 1 question, 2 questions, 3 questions. All right, here we go. 3 questions. So 3 questions. All right, what's the next question, guys? All right, so Trucking with Bruce says, I enrolled into the course 100. You rolled into the course a month ago. Can I just pay the rest and get the full access? Well, Trucking with Blue Money, like I just said with the young lady, it's designed to walk you step by step. It's not designed for you to go. If you want to get the accelerated course, you will be able to get the accelerated course. All right. So there's an additional, it's not just the rest of the money. If you want to get the accelerated course, I am making the course available for the accelerated course. Now, let me tell you what happened with that though, right? If you do the accelerated course, the cost is $1,500 instead of $1,200. Instead of $1,000 is $1,500, and you void your 100% money back guarantee. Because the reason why we can guarantee you, like that young lady got $30,000, is because, like she said, I walked her step by step. So I know some people don't like that, but if you want to, it's $1,500 for the accelerated course. It doesn't go step by step. You have all the information that you want. You have all the information that you need, and you can go completely at your own pace. But it voids your 100% money back guarantee, okay? Because I can't guarantee 100% unless I walk you step by step. But if that's something you like to do, if that's what you want to do, then you can contact the office. Then you can go from there. All right. So let's see. All right. So Jerry says, thank you, Dean. I'm a truck driver and you have helped me extremely. Absolutely. I'm very, very glad. I've helped you extremely from your course. I have learned a lot and I am implementing everything. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you so much for all the support. So the next question is Jason. Jason says, how long should I wait to apply for tier 2 credit after establishing tier 1 credit? Immediately. If it is established and is showing up, Jason. All right. So remember, guys, it's about you having it on paper. Does it show up on your credit profile? Do you have the 80 paydex? Do you have the lines of credit? Is it showing up? Not that you just applied and not that you put in the steps, but that it's actually showing up on your profile. You're showing up in the automatic underwriting system. As soon as you show up, don't be afraid. Go to the next step. All right. But wait until it shows up. Sometimes people will do everything that's required for tier 1, but for some reason they have not checked off the mark to go to tier 1 because it's not showing up. But after you're there and after you show up, then go ahead and go to the next step. So remember, it's just like a dress code. If you don't know, like for instance, the young person, Shane don't know who I am. Prime example, Shane don't know who I am. You know, even though I have 20,000, 21,000 subscribers and I have 80,000 followers on Instagram, there are people that do not know who I am. There's billions of people in the world. But let's say, for instance, he stumbles across my content and he wants to say, you know what, I want to have a conversation with him. And so instead of him saying, oh, well, I'm just going to call him on the phone, he doesn't know. Okay, there is certain protocol. You can't just call Dean on the phone. You know, you have to call the office and then you have to get on the schedule. So you see what I'm saying? It's the same scenario. Let's say, for instance, you're downtown in the city and there's a new business that you never saw before. And you want to go in and you want to have dinner. And they stop you at the doors like, you can't come in. And the guy doesn't explain to you why you can't come in. That's how banking and finance is. They'll say that you're denied, but they don't tell you why. So you try to go into the restaurant and they say, no, you can't come in. And they say, why can't I come in? Nope, you just can't come in. Move out the way. So you might think, is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm white? Is it because I'm gay? Is it because I'm straight? Is it because I'm a man? Is it because I'm a woman? It's because you don't have on the right clothing. You don't have the dress code. It has absolutely nothing to do with, and so what happens is that's what it's like in banking and finance. A lot of people don't understand and they don't know if they don't understand the rules. They don't know. If they don't understand underwriting guidelines, if they don't understand, you know, what the different criteria are for different providers, they're just throwing to the wall, see if it sticks. But what I teach is I teach the reverse of it. I teach the underwriting guidelines. I teach, and one thing about tier 2 is do not apply for tier 2 unless you meet the criteria. And once you meet the criteria, then go and apply because you will be approved. That's how it works. Okay. I'm going to answer 2 more questions and I will call it a night. So Eric says, does it look bad to banks and lenders if you change my LLC name? That's a very good question, James, or Eric. It doesn't look bad, but it does cause a red flag. Just because you have a red flag, it does not mean you're automatically denied. It just simply means that you won't get automatic underwriting. It means that an underwriter is going to look at your profile in more detail. But it depends. Okay. So let me explain. So let's say, for instance, if your business name is Eric Lore LLC and you change it from Eric Lore LLC to EL LLC or E Lore, if your business name is similar, then a lot of times it won't cause any red flags. It won't be any issues. But if it's something like Eric Lore LLC and you change it to Orange Sparkling Water LLC, that's a big change. You're not going to be instantly denied. It doesn't look bad, but it is a red flag. So if you're watching me right now, and even if you're watching this on the replay and it makes sense, I want you to say make sense. Okay. All right. And I'm going to answer one last question. If that makes sense, I want you to say make sense. If that doesn't make sense and I lost you, I want you to say lost me. Even if you're watching this on the replay, a lot of the videos where I'm just teaching, a lot of those videos where I'm just teaching, a lot of the videos where I'm just teaching on a particular subject, the reason why I'm teaching on those is because I get them from your questions and your feedback. All right. So Don says it makes sense. Thank you for participating. Jamaica says it makes sense. Thank you for participating. Jason says it makes sense. Thank you. All right. Trent says it makes sense. Thank you so much for that. All right. So Maurice Andrew says it makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for that. Eric says it makes a lot of sense. All right. All right, affable one. Is that how's that? I feel but one? Okay. So all right, one last question. The next question I see, I'm answering. As long as it ain't nothing foolish. All right. Next question I see, I'm answering it, and I'm calling it a night, guys. I've been on this thing for a long time. The next question I see, I'm answering it. Oh, wow. Offset's alleged mistress Summer Bunny gives tearful apology to Cardi B from TMZ. I gotta watch that, guys. I gotta watch that. She gotta do some work tonight. I gotta make some phone calls. It's late. It ain't too bad. It's 11:46, but it's good. All right. All right. James says, are consultations included in the course? No. You get these sessions. We have weekly sessions where it's like this, but it's very detailed and intimate. If you look on my channel, you can see what some of those sessions look like, but you do get a discount when you're in the course. Instead of it being $250 an hour, it's only $150 an hour. So you get a discount when you are inside the course. All right. All right. So T. Lucas says, how do I delete inquiries? That's a very good question, T. Lucas. Don't delete inquiries. You do not need to delete inquiries. What happens is this. If somebody applies for credit, right, and they get denied, the first thing it says is too many inquiries and length of time length of credit or length of credit history. So what happens is that people will see one thing, and a lot of time people just focus on inquiries. Credit inquiries are not bad. Credit inquiries are not going to stop you from getting to the next level. 9 times out of 10, if your scores are lower and you're trying to get to either a 620 or a 680 or a 720, it has nothing to do with your inquiries. Your inquiries do not affect you when you have open lines of credit. So what you need to do is you need to focus on getting more open lines of credit, getting guaranteed lines of credit, getting something that is, and not a secured credit card. Secured credit cards are horrible. Don't get secured credit cards. Don't get secured loans. As a matter of fact, this is a very good way to end this live. So guys, if you're watching this on the replay and you're watching this for the first time, I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to give you a free course. Okay. Free. Everybody says free, free 99, free. I'm gonna give you guys a free course. Okay. This is free. You have to do 3 things in order to do it. Okay. If you don't do these 3 things, you will not get it. Okay. You have to do 3 things. So, and I don't care listen. If you want it, then you're going to do it. Why I say that? Because I've had some people say, well, Dean, I don't have Instagram or I don't do this. Well, then that means you're not going to get it then. What you want me to do? If you want to get into you have to have the dress code, right? So I'm going to give you a free course. You have to do these 3 things. So the very first thing you have to do is you have to subscribe to me on YouTube. So subscribe to me on YouTube and do a screenshot. Take a picture of your phone, take a picture of your computer showing that you're subscribed. It has to say that you're subscribed. Do a screenshot showing that you're subscribed to me on YouTube. Screenshot showing you're subscribed on YouTube. That's the first thing. The second thing that you have to do is you have to come over to Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. All right. Follow me on Instagram. All right. At E.DeanCole. On Instagram, that is the only channel, my only channel. Follow me on Instagram. It has 80,000 followers. Follow me on Instagram. And after you follow me, after you do those 2 things, 1, screenshot showing that you're on YouTube. 2nd, screenshot showing that you follow me on Instagram. The 3rd thing you need to do is go to Instagram and message me the screenshots saying, hey, I followed your steps. Here's proof that I'm following you I'm subscribed on YouTube. Here's proof that I'm following you on Instagram. And then we will send you the free course. Okay. It's guaranteed. It's $14,000 of guaranteed lines of credit that's going to boost your score. Like what Mina talked about, how she went through and jumped in. Now, this is a free course. It's not as detailed as the full course, how she was able to get 30,000 and whatnot. But this is a resource that will help you. And those are the things you have to focus on. Don't focus on inquiries. You put in the right energy in the wrong place. Don't focus on inquiries for 2 reasons. One, inquiries will lock up your, when you try to remove an inquiry, you will lock up your credit profile. And not only will you have a red flag, you will have a fraud alert. You do not want to go down that road, okay? You do not want to have a fraud alert. When you start attacking inquiries, it can cause a fraud alert. 9 times out of 10, it's causing a fraud alert. And the second reason why you don't want to attack inquiries is because the same energy and effort it takes for you to try to remove and try to fight an inquiry, you can put that same energy and effort into removing a bankruptcy or removing a judgment or removing a collection or removing a public record and or getting guaranteed lines of credit. Okay. So listen, guys, if you want the free course, 2 things. First thing you have to do is follow me on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Once you subscribe and hit the notification bell, then do a screenshot, letting me know that you're subscribed. And the second thing you have to do is follow me on Instagram at E.DeanCole on Instagram. Follow me there, then do a screenshot and send it to me in private messenger on Instagram. And some people say, well, I ain't got Instagram. Well, then you're not going to get the course then. Well, I don't know how to screenshot. Well, you need to figure out how to screenshot. Listen, you can make money or you can make excuses, but you cannot make both. I can only help people that want to help themselves. And listen, the only person that's stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you have not yet met the person, you can meet them. If you do not have the character, you can develop it. Stay woke. Go get them. Success is waiting for you.